Boys and girls of the zone, welcome back to the workshop. When I say work, you say shop. Work. That was amazing!
Oh, yeah.
Now you may be wondering what part of the workshop we're in today. Well, we are in the testing department. Yeah, I just tested that toolbox and it works. Now, I know what you're thinking. No, Pastor Jonathan, please, not testing, anything but testing. I hate tests. They're the least Christmassy thing ever. And I know how you feel, but raise your hand if you would agree that there's no feeling better than passing a test, especially if you get an A+. Am I right? Now, I want you to raise one hand and a foot if you love Christmas. Go ahead, let me see. I want to see a lot of hands and feet out there, of course, because we all love Christmas. Now, I hate to burst your bubble, boys and girls, but Christmas is actually a test. No, it's true, it is. And here's what it tests. It tests you. Can you wait all the way until Christmas morning to open your presents? Can you be nice and not naughty? Can you remember the true meaning of Christmas, which is the gift of Jesus, and not shoving your siblings' face into the couch cushion so that you can have more time to open your presents? I hope you pass the test of Christmas this year, boys and girls. But speaking of testing, we are here in the testing department. Today, we're gonna test two action figures. The action figure of Joseph and the action figure of Moses. Now, both of these guys had amazing gifts from God coming to them, but they had to wait for those gifts, kind of like how we have to wait for Christmas. What the guys didn't know is they were actually gifts in progress, just like us. Remember, that's our big idea. Now, let's start with Joseph. Joseph, who's here in his coat of many colors, looking very Christmassy, he was meant to be a ruler, a powerful ruler, but he was way too confident. He kept bragging to his brothers about the promises God had made to him in his dreams. Oh, we were out in a field. I had a dream that we were out in a field tying up bundles of grain, and your bundles gathered around and bowed down before mine. And then the sun and stars and the moon all bowed before me. And Joseph couldn't take the hint that his brothers absolutely hated the fact that he kept talking about himself as a ruler. They hated it so much, so they took Joseph and they dropped him in a well. Sorry, Joseph. But then they saw some people coming by, so they got Joseph out of the well and they sold him to those people, all because Joseph was so confident and he couldn't keep his mouth closed. Then there's Moses. Moses was meant to lead 500,000 people out of slavery in Egypt and into their very own promised land that God had created for them. But Moses had the opposite problem. See, he wasn't nearly confident enough. He thought God had chosen the wrong guy.
Exodus 4:1 says, but Moses protested, what if they won't believe me or listen to me? What if they say, the Lord has never appeared to you?
What if it goes terribly wrong? You've made a mistake, God. Choose anybody but me. See, Moses was way too far in his head. He knew that he sometimes mixed up his words and
Say things like, hey, servant, get off your sandwich and make me a butt. I mean, hey, sandwich, get off your servant and butt make, hey, ah!
Even when God had given him miraculous power and even let Moses' brother Aaron come along to help, he still didn't think he could do the job of freeing the Israelites. Exodus 4:13 says, but Moses again pleaded, Lord, please send anyone else. You see, boys and girls, both Joseph and Moses, they were missing something. And together we're gonna brainstorm exactly what it is these action figures need. Let's take a moment to think.
Ain't that brains?
Okay, I got it, boys and girls, and we're gonna start with Joseph. What this guy needs is a little bit of grease for his posable knees, a posture of humility. He needed to remember that without God, he was nothing. And the only way that he would be a powerful ruler is if he got on his knees and asked God for help. And that's exactly what he did. When Pharaoh came and asked him to interpret the dreams he'd been having, Joseph prayed and asked God, and sure enough, he got the interpretation that Pharaoh needed to save all of Egypt, and because of that, Joseph became a powerful advisor to Pharaoh. His dream came true. Why? Because he had the humility to ask for God's help.
Oh yeah!
All right, so now let's go to Moses. I think what Moses really needs is a voice box with a pull string, because he needed the authority to speak up and be a leader. You can't lead people if you're too afraid to speak up, and that's exactly what Moses did. He went to Pharaoh, and with his voice, he said those 4 powerful words.
Let my people go!
Perfect, boys and girls. These toys are all fixed up, tested, and ready to go. But I have a question for you. What is God building in you? What is it in your life that needs testing? Is it confidence in school when somebody is being mean to you? Is it patience when your brother or sister are getting in your way all the time? Whatever it is, if you make a few mistakes, if you don't always get it right, don't be sad. Don't be upset. That's just God working on you. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time for him to do the testing he needs to do so that you can look a lot more like his son, Jesus. Our Bible table verse is Ephesians 2, verse 10. For we are his handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. So trust God, boys and girls. Be confident and remember, you are God's gift in progress. Does that sound familiar? Well, it should, because it's our big idea, and we are gonna get up on our feet and do it together. Come on, all you little elves, pop on up from your seats. I wanna see you, I wanna see you, I wanna see all of you. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, are you ready to do our big idea? Let's do it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm God's gift in progress.